Long before roads cut through the land, and before clocks learned how to measure time, there was a place in Africa called Zamani Valley. It was a land of red soil and tall grass, where the sun rose slowly and set with meaning. People believed that everything in Zamani was alive. The wind listened, the trees remembered, and the river watched. The river was called Lumo. The elders said River Lumo never forgot anything. It remembered footsteps, tears, and promises made in whispers. Lovers came to it. Mothers cried by it. Children learned their reflections in its water. Near this river stood the village of Kiajani. In Kiajani lived a young girl named Nagala. Naila was known for her quiet nature. She did not rush when she walked, and she did not speak unless she meant every word. Her mother used to say, "This child feels the world deeply." Naila helped with chores, respected elders, and sang old songs while grinding grain. But inside her heart lived questions she never dared to ask out loud. Across River Lumo was another village called Bahari. The people of Bahari were fishermen and hunters, and among them lived a young man named Jabari. Jabari had lost his father at a young age, so he learned responsibility early. He hunted to feed his family and fished when the land was dry. Though strong, he was gentle. He listened more than he spoke, and when he laughed it came from deep within his chest. From the time Nala was a child, her life had already been planned. She was promised to Keto, the son of the chief of Kijani. Keto was respected and feared. He carried himself like someone who believed the world owed him something. He never asked Naila if she loved him. In his mind, tradition was enough. Naila tried to accept this future. She told herself that love could grow later. But every night, as she lay under the stars, her chest felt heavy, as if her heart was waiting for something it could not name. Everything changed on a quiet afternoon, and tea. Naila went to River Lumo to wash clothes. The sun was soft, and the water moved slowly. As she leaned forward, one of her bracelets, made from her late grandmother's beads, slipped off her wrist and fell into the river. She cried out softly. Before she could react, a young man appeared from the opposite bank. Without hesitation, he stepped into the water. The river reached his chest, but he did not turn back. He retrieved the bracelet and walked toward her. "This is important to you," he said gently. Naisala looked at him. Their eyes met. Time slowed. "Yes," she replied. "Thank you." That was how Nala met Jabari. They spoke only a little that day, but when they parted, both felt something new, something strong and unsettling. Days passed. Then one morning, Naila found herself returning to the river earlier than usual. Jabari was already there. This became their pattern. At first, they spoke about ordinary things. Then slowly, they spoke about dreams. Jabari dreamed of building a home near the river, where children could run freely. Naila dreamed of a life where her voice mattered. Their love grew quietly, but deeply. They knew the danger. They knew tradition did not forgive easily. Still, they could not stop. One evening, as the sky burned orange, Jabari took Nala's hands. "If the world were kinder," he said, "I would stand before your people and ask for you openly." Nala's eyes filled with tears. "If the world were kinder," she whispered, "I would choose you without fear." But the world was not kind. Kato noticed Nabala's absence. He followed her one day and saw them together by the river. The rage inside him was like fire without control. That night, he told the chief and the elders. The village gathered. Voices were raised. Jabari was accused of dishonoring tradition. Nahala was accused of disobedience. The elders' decision was swift and cruel. Jabari was banished to the drylands of Mavuno, a place known for killing hope. Naila screamed, She begged. She fell to her knees. But tradition did not bend. The morning Jabari left, Nala watched from a distance. She wanted to run to him, but fear held her back. Their eyes met one last time. "I will return," Jabari said quietly. Nala pressed her hand to her chest. Days became weeks, weeks became months. Nala moved through life like a shadow. She prepared for marriage to Cato, but her spirit was absent. At night she walked to the river and whispered Jabari's name. The elders believed Jabari was dead. On the night before Nala's wedding, the air felt wrong. The wind howled. Clouds gathered. Thunder cracked the sky. Lightning struck the old baobab tree by the river, splitting it down the middle. The villagers panicked. They said the ancestors were angry. Then, through the rain, a figure appeared. It was Jabari. He was thin, scarred, and barely standing. In his hands he held a rare desert plant, proof he had survived Mavuno. Silence fell. The chief stepped forward, shaken. "The ancestors have spoken," he said. That night Nala ran into Jabari's arms. Tears, rain, and laughter mixed together. Under the broken baobab tree they were married, not by force, but by choice. From that day on, the elders told a new story. That love, when true, can change even the oldest laws. And River Lumo still flows, remembering their names.